All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's a day where we give away a lot of accounts, and I'm here to get one for myself as well. Do you want one, Jono?
Yes, please. How many are we giving away?
It's. I lost the count. There are many. I think we're gonna do so many accounts today because we hit 2,000 subscribers, and I see new people joining. If you want another stream like this, I know we have not distributed your account, but we are very close to 3,000 subscribers. So right now we're celebrating 2,000. To make it 3,000, you just have to subscribe and like and watch us every day because we share a lot of stuff. We give back to the community. And yeah, how are you doing, Jono? How was the trade yesterday?
Yeah, good. I mean, when we were live yesterday, I looked at shorting Bitcoin, which both failed dramatically. So they weren't great for me. So I ended up shorting here. We had this kind of breakout, expecting markets to move down to that 64K level. Started off pretty rubbish. Then it hit the kind of point of control in here. We dropped and I was like, okay, this looks like it's starting to move. US session opened and then we just basically rallied all the way to the other side. It took my sell limit order as well before I could even think about getting out of that. Took me out of that one as well. But I was like, you know what? I still feel like we will hit that 64K level. I was still quite confident that we would. So after the stream, I took a short when it came up into these 15-minute highs up in here of the day, which was like the high of the day. So I ended up taking a short there. I could have held this much, much longer than I did. So I ended up recovering some of the loss. Not all of it, but some of it. And I wanted to target that 4,000 area, which I did, but price fell a lot further. So I could have probably recovered everything and some. And the market rallied again on the FOMC news and whatnot. And then we saw another sort of drop out of Bitcoin. But since then, we've been pretty bullish. So that was one of my trades that I looked at on a FOMC meeting. So we'll have to see what happens here again today. I probably will be looking at sort of gold and how gold is going to position itself in the future. But then I took a dollar yen short actually. And that one hit targets pretty quickly. So I've been very I know many people in the chat might not trade FX, so I'll keep it light, but we're approaching sort of very aggressively high levels that we haven't seen since 1986. So I was very much wanting to get on the short side of this. So I've basically been trying to short every end of day low. So I ended up taking a short position here as well. That one didn't really work out. I ended up just coming out break even. And then I thought, you know what, I'll put another end of day short on. And I don't know, I actually don't know what happened. Like 1 minute it wasn't triggered, and then I've kind of walked away, come back, and it's just triggered, rally, move lower, hit targets. So I was like, oh, that's a nice surprise. So I've actually not seen many sort of or much news regarding this so far. So I might have to do a bit of digging on that one. But yeah, focusing more on sort of gold today, having a little look at, how the interest rate decision overnight has impacted the market.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Jono, there is someone asking, how do you gift an account? It's by discount code or what? You just have to be stay with us in the live, subscribe, and write if you have any questions, and we'll do the giveaway soon, very soon. We have our main host coming in, and then we'll do it. That's pretty much it. You just have to stay here. That we keep our giveaway simple and easy, like we keep our analysis.
We try to try to keep it really simple. So you've got to stick around basically and sit and watch us try and trade the chaos of these markets right now.
Exactly.
In order to get into the draw. But yeah, so gold I'm quite interested in. We had a very interesting FOMC meeting, and
Yeah,
the way the market reacted was, again,
I'm still
a little bit surprising to some. But it kind of played out as largely expected. I think yesterday I spoke about everyone is expecting a very hawkish one, and I don't like it when that happens. I actually prefer to take the contrarian side of it. And one thing that I spoke about following was those bond yields. US 2-year yields tanked. So gold is looking pretty bullish. I was going to try and get long earlier, to be honest. There was this 15-minute sort of retest of this whole area, which you've actually highlighted on your chart here, I can see.
Yeah.
So you see where the low of that is. It's kind of around that point of control area, or around that kind of point of control zone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was where I was kind of looking to go long, but I didn't actually action anything. I wasn't really in my trading mindset. I was just kind of in doing some other work and stuff. So yeah, I probably should have looked at the long in here, because when you look at the let's just get the volume, fixed volume profile, and we'll just have a little look at this sort of entire range. You have this kind of point of control here. If you want to kind of narrow it in a little bit and have a look at just the range before the breakout, it's a little bit lower, but you kind of have this sort of zone. If I can find my tools, sort of like this high kind of volume zone thing. So I was looking to see if price would come into that, reject it, and rally up, and it has. But I didn't take anything. But a good trade, to look for would be something like that. You have that accumulation, you have the breakout, price comes down to the volume. Look for your breakouts and stuff. So you could have looked to maybe go long on that sort of 15-minute breakout there, and then try and target back up to sort of previous session highs. That's the kind of thing that I would look for. But yeah, not in it. So I have to move on, have to try and find a different style of trade, maybe a pullback or something. But perhaps you're looking at something that can help us with the old volume.
I mean, yeah. So on the 4-hour, let's do one thing, because I don't like to always analyze, because I'm just very much opening my charts right now. So we can just break down from the high time frame what's happening, pretty much in a range. But we have intraday opportunities and the resistance area, which I marked. I think the daily price already reached that, and we are again trying to visit that area. So on a daily, it's pretty much we have the range high and low sort of area. I would just mark this zone acting as support, and this one as resistance. So to break down very clearly on the 4-hour, and we see rejection in this area. So at 4085, I'll be careful for longs. So if I would be longs, I would close it near this wicks, because I'm just not really good fan of 4-hour wicks. They work really well as supply demand zones, So yeah, if we close above and invalidate this resistance, or maybe close above with a really good bull volume above this wick high, then chances are high that we might continue going higher. But yesterday, news effect was really good. I mean, it was so amazing on gold. Opposite on the NQ, it went long and then short and then long again and then went dump again. That's usually what happens during this kind of events. Looking at this price action, these shorts, I know I always like to think in a counter way, but the shorts made much more sense for me, because the range always attracts price. The only thing we need is confirmation that are we going to go towards that zone or not. And we have Jonathan the One with us, who's going to do many giveaway. Oh,
I thought you were going to do the giveaway. I'm just here to entertain.
Oh, then
yep.
All right, then I'll do it.
Yeah, you're going to do the giveaway, man. That's your job.
Yeah.
You're the giveaway guy. You're the giveaway guy. How are you guys doing today?
Good. We're doing good.
Good. How are you?
Good. I did you watch the press conference? I've heard that it's one of the worst press conference in a while.
Yeah, I actually did it in the end. I was caught up in some family stuff, and I went to see my granddad for a little bit. So unfortunately,
Right.
I didn't watch it in the end. But yeah, it was, looking at the stuff after, it was a little bit of a well, I don't know how to word it. It was an interesting one. I think people expected more out of it, and I said it in the start of the stream yesterday. I was like, when everyone expects a certain thing to happen, I don't like to be on that same side. I like to kind of be the contrarian in that. And everyone expected him, I guess, to be a little bit more hawkish than he was. And then I guess even after, Donald Trump didn't help things by saying that Warsh wants lower rates as well, and he's a good guy and all this kind of stuff. So that kind of added to a little bit of the dovish pressure too on the US dollar. So yeah, I mean, very interesting moves, very interesting pricing going on at the moment, especially when it comes to yields as well. And we've got core PCE coming up in 16, 17 minutes or something. So that's going to be another sort of market mover to watch, because that's going to be down to inflation. I mean, the guy did say he's not going to give forward guidance anymore, and to be fair, he has stuck to his word. But the problem is, markets have got to try and read between the lines now, instead of trying to be a bit more forward thinking. So yeah, the events like this one coming up in 15 minutes just matter a little bit more.
Yeah, I saw on Bloomberg an analyst on there jumped on and said like that's the worst press conference he's seen in a while. Like the idea that they're going to remove the forward guidance, that's obviously, it's interesting, right? Because then we can start looking at the numbers, right? We can actually, because the Fed obviously is looking at numbers that most of it is going to be available for us as well, right? So they're going to make the decision based on what the economy is doing and all of that, right? So without the forward guidance, people are going to be more forced to actually do research and look at the numbers. And I quite like that idea, right? But when it comes to the press conference, I didn't watch it, but the idea that I've been seeing, kind of like the comments I've been seeing around the press conference, is that Kevin Warsh sounded very hawkish and like, we're going to get inflation under control. And then he's holding rates, and during the press conference, he kind of refused to call this a hold or whatever. It just sounded like he didn't really know what he was doing. And before, that was interesting, right? Before the press conference, Trump said on Air Force One when being interviewed that Kevin Warsh is a fantastic guy, he's a great guy, but the other ones in there, they're not going to lower rates or whatever, right? So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, it feels like Trump is opening to basically telling Kevin Warsh that, I know it's difficult to lower rates with all of these, hawks within the board. And I'm like, okay, he's giving him an opening here. We're not going to get, we're not going to have the pressure of low rates anymore. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah, I was looking at, did you see that conspiracy theory as well, that the reason why Trump didn't strike Iran for the kind of weekend and the days leading up to the meeting was so that oil prices would fall, so that they could then talk about the fact that oil prices are lower and inflation is coming in a little bit better. And then as soon as the press conference is coming to an end, he's like, get them.
I mean, I do think that the administration, the Trump administration, they know what they're doing when it comes to communication. Like, they are using Trump's Truth Social post to, like, you see that they're absolutely influencing the markets, right? Because something happens and then all of a sudden a comment comes out and says something that dampens the move or reverses the move or whatever. So I I think there's going to be there's some thoughts behind it, right? But obviously, thinking in terms of conspiracies and saying that they paused the attacks, I don't think that really is what's happening right here. But this presidency is going to be studied for a long time in the future when it comes to ethics and trading and insider trading and manipulating the markets, because it seems like he doesn't care. Like, he's basically sitting in an interview, and I don't remember the exact context of this, but he was sitting in an interview and basically saying, I move the markets. And I watched it. I'm like, oh, shit, this is not good. This is the guy that's gonna make America like the crypto capital of the world, and the whole family is heavily invested in all of these different cryptos, and he's sitting there openly admitting that he is able to move the markets, and he will do so. So yeah, interesting guy. Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how long Kevin Walsh can kind of keep it up. They're on about that potentially the bond market can just start bullying him into hiking interest rates now, which would be, not a great thing for markets. But whether that will actually happen or not, we'll have to just keep an eye on it. But I'm looking at gold here, for instance. I'm seeing gold starting to kind of give a little bit back. I mean, we are heading into a really important news event, so I like the idea of potentially being gold long. I was just taking a look at the 2-year yields. That's starting to come off a little bit. 10 years now starting to give back some of those gains that it actually had. And even the 30-year is starting to come off a little bit. And the 30-year had reached its highest level for a good while, I think. If I remember rightly. I think it was like since 2007, it might be. The highest it's been since 2007. So that's quite an interesting thing to look at. 10-year yield, if that goes higher, then yeah, I'd definitely be looking for gold sales still, but it looks like we're starting to see a bit of a recovery there. Again, the problem with this is just that we need to keep an eye on the upcoming data constantly now, and be prepared to see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And the I'm rather surprised by the move on gold. There's nothing, nothing really happened on gold. We saw a pullback on the dollar. We saw stocks reacting with a lot of volatility. Okay, let me share my screen.
It's free there.
So it's him.
And no, it's me. Am I back? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's lagging quite a lot sometimes when I'm sharing the screen. Anyway, we talked about yesterday. We talked about how gold were trading at looking at the Bollinger Bands. It's low volatility, and it has been it's at the same level where we were trading around in 2025 before this. Of course, we had this massive breakup back in 2024, but then in 2025 we consolidated and had low volatility. And if you go out to the daily and you zoom out, you can see that obviously down at these levels you tend to have a compression in price before volatility expands. Now, volatility can expand, of course, to the upside or the downside. But what's interesting here is we've been staying relatively flat for a long time. We're seeing a steady move to the downside, but it's we've been ranging here now for quite some time, and it's like gold is just waiting for a move. And I know, Kibbler, you're looking at bonds, and a lot, and we see I think it was the 30-year at a breaking out to highs, and I think that would be a measure of uncertainty, right, when it comes to the inflation picture. So people are expecting basically inflation to be higher in the future. Because let me see if I got this right. So you buy a bond, and then you get the coupon on that bond is basically what you're getting paid to hold that bond, and it's somewhere around like 3, 4, or maybe even 5% a year. And if inflation, let's say inflation rises to 4%, and the coupon on that bond is 3%, you're actually losing 1%, right? So if inflation is expected to go up, you see the yield on the bonds go up because you need to compensate higher inflation, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly it.
So the fact that the long end of the curve, which is like the 10-year or 30-year, the fact that they're going up means people are increasingly worried about high inflation.
Yeah, it means that they're worried about inflation in the future. It's actually quite unusual to see. I say quite unusual. It can happen where we see a sort of short end move lower and the sort of long end move higher. So it can be unusual to have that happen, because basically it's saying that it's almost like the 2 year is almost agreeing with the sort of Fed, but then heading into the longer end, it's almost like there is a little bit of worry about what is going on. Sometimes people look at the sort of spread between the two, so they'll look at sort of the spread between the 2s and 10, 2s and 30s and things like that, and they'll have a look at how wide that is becoming, and that can often give a little bit of an insight into sort of recession risk in a way. Because if it gets too wide, it's almost like, there's a potential for it to be a recession coming up. If we look at sort of stock markets didn't do very well yesterday. They dropped quite considerably as well. So again, it doesn't really help when you see the short end drop and the long end rally. That doesn't really help the stock market in any way. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's coming back and correcting a little bit today. So we'll have to wait and see. I want to watch this data here on the core PCE to see if that changes anything, see if it continues to what we've seen yesterday. Because if we do see sort of a lower core PCE, which we are expecting it to come in a little bit lower than previous. So we're at 0.3%, expecting forecasts of 0.2%. So if we see, the minimum side is minus 0.1. If we see lower, like minus 0.1 or lower, that would be pretty interesting for the dollar. I reckon that would continue to see the bond yields to fall. Dollar would probably weaken on the back of that. That might be a good catalyst to see gold try and break higher as well. But yeah, it's very sort of contradictory readings at the moment. It's quite weird actually. I haven't seen that for a good while, to be honest. The VIX has started to wake up though. I don't know if anybody's looked at that, because I couldn't believe that the VIX was trading down at sort of like 15 for the past few weeks. Like, I just thought that was crazy pricing. And it did spike up yesterday above 20, which does usually coincide with a little bit of a low in the stock market. And if we look at the S&P 500, for instance, and the Nasdaq, we are starting to see that kind of low come into place. I liked the idea of the Nasdaq coming down towards this 26,075 level. So I'm still kind of waiting for that move down there. I think that's a good place to look for some opportunities to buy. I need the VIX to really start gaining some ground here, which it can do going into the midterms. So there's just a lot of stuff going on at the moment, and I think sometimes in that case investors just kind of sit on their hands a little bit. Maybe that's the situation with gold. There's necessarily no clear direction right now, so investors are just kind of like, what do we do? They've heavily invested into the AI trade. There's been some serious situations going over there with the credit default swaps between those companies and Nvidia and X, Y, and Z. So that is causing some risk issues there and some uncertainty there. So we're starting to see people kind of sell their positions in stocks like that. That's adding pressure on. Then the pressure of potential future rate hikes and all this kind of stuff. It's kind of given me a feeling that we are going to see a little bit more of a risk-off environment, and we'll have to. That could change rapidly. It really depends because of the geopolitical tensions in Middle East as well. It could just continue to swap between that sort of risk-on, risk-off sentiment. I haven't actually tracked the fear and greed index after yesterday. I had a little look at the CME Fed Watch tool, which was producing some really interesting readings, which I'll show you in a second. But CME Fed Watch tool started to come in. The previous close was 32. We're at 34, but it's still in that fear camp, which is not the usual place you want to see if you want to be buying the stock market. If you look at the CME Fed Watch tool, I thought this was really interesting. So yesterday when I looked at it, they're actually pricing in the idea that we're going to see a 50 basis points hike. You can see this kind of table at the bottom of the screen. That there shows us the kind of predictions of what we were expecting, and you can see that fell from sort of a week ago from 25% to 0%, and close of yesterday it was at 1.2%. So the market is really pricing out the fact that we're going to see even 2 hikes this year. It's actually just trying to price in if there's going to be one. So we'll have to wait and see. It's quite funny. Like I think 2 weeks ago, I said I can see the Fed not hiking interest rates, and that might actually come to formality. And if it does, then I'd be happily looking for shorts on the dollar in that case. Just need to wait for a bit more of a breakdown. I want to see a breakdown of this 100 spot 50 level on the dollar index. If we get below that, I think that opens the door for a bit more of a move to the downside. I know we don't talk a lot about FX here, but pound dollar looks pretty good now. We've started to sort of break out of this area. That'd be a market I'd be super interested in, considering the fact that we had Bank of England interest rate decision today, which showed more members want to hike than the previous meeting. So there's going to be some strength coming into that market too. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how the core PCE sets up in a minute and see what kind of moves we get from that.
We have course PC today.
Yeah.
Nice. Interesting.
33 seconds.
It is interesting that the VIX is relatively been this low.
Yeah, considering all that's going on.
So let me see if I can remember what the VIX actually is. Now, VIX is the implied volatility on the S&P 500, and it's based on the pricing of is it the options market or the futures market of the S&P 500? It's the options market, right?
Options market, yeah.
Yeah. So, an implied volatility basically means that market participants. It's 30 days in the future, right? So it's basically telling us what traders in the options market think about volatility in the next 30 days.
Yeah.
We have a US PCE price index coming out. It is pretty much in line with estimates.
Yeah, we've not really seen much change at all, to be honest.
I'm looking at the VIX here, and I've done a very simplified chart here with just making a couple of boxes here with where you can say that you have where the VIX is very low, you have risk on, and when the VIX is very high, you can say that you're in a risk off scenario. Basically, because if the VIX is very high, it tells you that traders are expecting lots of volatility, and lots of volatility, high volatility markets are often risky because stable markets usually trend, and stable trends are usually calm, collected markets where it's basically risk off. I am a bit surprised that the VIX is, because I've got it overlaid on the S&P 500 here. Now you can of course see that the VIX started rising here, and I believe this is the April low. So this is the no, that's not the April low. That's the okay. So back here, I believe this was. Let me see if I can.
That large spike there should be COVID, I think.
No, this is tariffs.
Oh, that's tariffs. Yeah, and the one before that then is COVID.
This is 2024. COVID is all the way back down.
Oh, there
here.
We go. There it is.
Yeah, this is the one. Like it dwarfs all the others. You know what, Ayush? Let's do a giveaway with everyone we have right now. So let's do a giveaway for a 10K two-step account. We're going to be doing more giveaways within throughout the live stream. But let's do the first one.
And I'm ready with the list. Right.
Yeah, let's do it. So everyone that wrote the 2K in the chat, you can stop writing that now, because everyone that has written it will be going into this giveaway, and then we will be doing another giveaway after this one, where you will be writing something else. You can stop writing 2K now if you have not written it before it's too late, but you will get another chance in just a moment. Today, you will not be able to win more than one account. So if you're lucky and you win the dock race twice, that's too bad. We'll do another one.
And we have many ducks today.
What are you drinking? Wait, important question. What are you drinking?
Me, it's water.
Water, nice.
It's just in I like this Starbucks cup that I just keep drinking out of. I just keep filling it up because it's just easy. And I've got these lights around me that tend to fall over sometimes. So if I've got it in a cup, it's less likely to destroy everything.
Smart. That's very smart, actually. Okay, so we're doing the giveaway. Let's go. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. So we have such an advanced way of doing these giveaways. Now, everyone who's in the giveaway here, make sure that you add your email to your YouTube profile. Otherwise, we don't know where to send the account. So make sure that you add your email to your YouTube profile. And everyone who's watching, we got quite a lot of people watching right here. So show your support and hit this subscribe and like, and also take the opportunity here to ask us questions. I think, combined, we probably have closer to 20, 30 years of experience here within the markets from different perspectives. So if any questions, anything you need help with, feel free to drop them in the chat and we will gladly help you out. And if you have any chart requests, which means, you drop a ticker in the chat and we'll bring it up. Who won?
Sinjujujuju.
Congratulations, Sinjujujuju.
Let us know.
That's a great name. It's a great name. All right. You won a 10K two-step account. Congratulations. Now just add your email to YouTube profile and say something in the chat.
Yeah.
Let us know. You're here. All right. There we go. You are here. Wild Dew says, I have a question. How do we turn down the volume of only... well, sounds like someone wants to get banned. That's what I hear. That's what I read. That's what I read. Am I loud? I'm a loud person, I know that, but my microphones might be a little bit too loud. or is it just wild deuce being wild deuce? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Is my microphone too loud? Do I need to lower it, or is he just being rude? I can't tell these days. Did you say I'm? What did you say? Did you say okay? Okay, it sounded like you said something else. Yeah. Thank you. All right, good. Okay, back to the VIX. It's interesting that we are this low. You said we're down at 15, and we were trading at 15 on the VIX when we were ranging up here, and we did have quite a few. Oh yeah, it's I'm not sharing. You can share my screen. Actually, you know what? Let's not talk about the VIX for the rest of the stream. Let's go over to Hype, because I did see that someone talked about Hype and they wanted to take a look at Hype, so that's what we're going to be doing. Where do I have Hype? I don't even have Hype in the list here. Hype. Okay. Oh, it's on the purple list. Super Thor Jack says, let me win. I'm not, well, maybe.
My name is Bro. Your name is too big. I'm sure you are there.
Okay, we got Hype here. We had Glenn on yesterday, and we talked about how Hype could potentially form a little bit of a low time frame consolidation base here, where I wanted to see a break to the upside. That doesn't seem to be happening. I think this zone is not correctly drawn though. So on the daily, I would probably look at this. Let's see. On the 4 hour, let me just get rid of this level. Well, I do feel like we're in a. I feel like we're in sort of a. I don't know what I feel. Yesterday, before the FOMC, I felt like we were definitely in a risk-off environment. I kind of feel like. We're not really out of the woods, so to say. But like the market is still relatively weak. So, you know, Hype being a risk assets, I would assume that there's going to be more potential lower. Yes, and okay. we do have a good level here. So a bit of a difficult one, but I do feel like there's a decent gap between like 54 and 48. I like that.
Is Hype a very popular cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Why is everyone laughing?
Man, I like. We have some funny people in chat. I like that. The winner hasn't typed it. She has. I'm just assuming it's a she because it's a purple duck, but it could be a he as well. That's not purple. That's pink. What am I saying? It's pink. Pink duck. It's not even purple. Man. Glenn is saying that Salini Capital deposited $26 million of Hype to OKX before the big sell-off yesterday. That was probably in preparation of FOMC. That was probably like a risk-off move there to take some profits. Not sure where they got in, but if they bought, prior to this big move to the upside, selling yesterday around these levels, probably good decision to make. They're probably up quite a lot, and they're, starting to maybe hedge a little bit against higher rates or more bearish developments. Let's see if I can actually log into my Tradeify crypto account, so I can see if we can enter some trades. I do have a brand new account because I have one.
On the other one.
Something I forgot the password to the other one. So I got a new one. Yeah,
I was trying to log in yesterday and I couldn't remember my logins, and I thought like an idiot.
So we can get some good, interesting trades in here. It's a bit difficult now with crypto, I believe, because we are. It feels like we are. Let me just get everything correct here. It feels like a lot of the altcoins are either like testing a level, a support level, or it's ranging. A bit difficult. All right, let's see. Am I in? Is it the correct account? All right, yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to share my DXTrader tab here. Let's prepare for another giveaway as well. So everyone in the comment section, make sure that you write BTC in the chat. Let's write BTC in the chat. Everyone who writes BTC in the chat is eligible for a trading account. We're going to be giving away another 10K two-step account, so make sure that you type in BTC in the chat.
Lot of spam. Slow down, guys.
I'm going to be activating the slow mode. We're getting a lot of people, a lot of people typing right now. So let me just activate the slow mode, which means you can only type every 10 seconds. Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, so slow mode is activated, just making sure that we're not getting too many people spamming in the chat. All you have to write is just BTC in the chat, and you will be eligible for an account. Let's see if we can get some interesting trades in here. So we are on, this is a 100K account. This is the one-step account, which means we also have to understand the rules of the account before we start trading. I usually trade on a two-step account, but this is now a one-step account, which means the rules might be slightly different from what I am used to. So, okay. So my max loss is going to be 6K. We got a daily drawdown. It's a hard breach. So it's not just a soft breach. It's a hard breach, which means I cannot lose more than 3,000 within a day. And my max loss is 6K, and my drawdown type is static. Yep. Okay. Let's go. I'm under 1 minute for some reason. I don't want to be one minute.
Do it.
No.
He did it already.
So I like, yeah, I'm just not going to be.
Everything's fractal, right?
That's true.
I'm on the 1 minute.
I don't really mind. Like I don't really mind trading on the 1 minute, unless, I mean, I don't really have a problem trading on the 1 minute. It's just that as long as I take one trade, like one trade a day, that's okay. But when you're streaming for 2 hours, it can easily be, 560 trades.
That's a lot of trades. That's
a lot of trades. Yeah. We got 65 likes already. We can probably get that up to 100. If we get to 100, we'll do another giveaway. We'll do an extra giveaway. So we can get that to 100 likes. Definitely do another extra giveaway. Okay, so what I'm thinking here on Bitcoin, if I'm gonna force myself to take a trade here, let's assume that it's like you're laughing. It's like that's the final last words. But if I were to force myself to take a trade here and really, really try to find a trade, first of all, let's find the rectangle tool. I would look at, so if I first apply some horizontal levels, I would say that this is an interesting level, and then one could say that price is reacting to the area around this level. So what I like to do is I like to use the rectangle tool, and then I like to just try to incorporate as much price action as possible by keeping the zone as small as possible, and then having this line in the middle. So I'm going to start with these, and then I'm going to see, okay, what happens if I connect that one? Let's put that zone in the middle. Let's try to make it as small as possible, and then kind of like extend it to the left, or that's the right. And what we get here is an interesting level or interesting zone where we have seen that prices has within this range. I think it's one of the more important zones, and the reason why that this one is marked out is because that's where price is trading right now. I can of course also mark out where is the drawing. Why do I not have a favorite toolbar here? Should have that. But I can also mark out this one and that one, and maybe this one is going to be part of that one. But it doesn't really matter because price is not trading at that level. So I'm going to be viewing this as a deviation above. That is going to be a deviation above. So it's within the same zone. It's basically reacting to the same level. That's going to be a true breakout. This is a true breakout, but then eventually it failed because it hit a level above this one. So there is a chance that we're going to get some type of reaction at this level. So now if I'm thinking forward to, let's say I'm going to hold a trade here to Monday, right? So let's just a thought experience, say I'm going to enter a trade here, I'm going to hold it over the weekend, and then on Monday I'll see how it has developed. Now, whatever move is going to come from Bitcoin during this time, it's going to be originating, I believe, from the area where it's currently trading. So if I have any idea of the direction of that move, I can position myself for that. But it's just very, very difficult to know that. I'm trying to, I'm looking at the chart. I'm just trying to get a reading for what is the trend telling me right now, because I can see that uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. But this is like, is it a downtrend? Is the beginning of a downtrend? Is this a head and shoulders? Like, what am I watching here? Is it just a range? is a difficult situation. And of course, if it's this difficult, then best thing to do is just not trade it, right? So I think that's what I have to do. Yeah, there's not going to be any trade here. How's the giveaway looking? We got a lot of people typing in Bitcoin. Are we going to do it? Are you guys ready for another duck race?
Yep. The list
Ready
is
to
ready.
place my bets.
Small bets.
We should just side bet on who's going to win, and then we can have like I was going to say £1 on it, but that's because I'm in England. What's the US dollar? Dollar around. Prediction markets.
So we're going to be betting on which duck we think is going to win.
Yep.
Okay. Pull up the list, Ayush.
Yes, it's ready. We have 60 people.
Do you have like greyhound racing where you guys from?
No.
Oh, that's that.
Oh. Well, in the UK, there's a thing called greyhound racing where they race dogs on a track, and like you can go sort of like bet on it and stuff, a bit like horse racing but with greyhound dogs. And you can like bet your dog's going to place in the first 3 or first 5 or whether they're going to do X, Y, and Z. I don't know why this duck race just reminded me of that.
Yeah, it kind of does remind of that as well. In Sweden, it's very betting on horses is very big, but it's not like horses running. It's like, what is it called when you have a horse and then you have a guy in a something behind the horse? What is it called?
No one knows.
Don't know, but that sounds ropey.
It's is sulky? The thing, the driver sits in it at the back of the horse.
At the back of the horse.
You can't. I thought that was like a big thing all over the world, but apparently it's not. Okay.
I feel like I need to see this now. How do I? How do
Someone
I
said it's called polo.
Oh, polo.
I'm gonna. No, it's not polo. It's not even close, man. I'm trying to find a picture of it. I have found a picture. Okay, here it is. Let me share my screen.
Jonathan Mickey, you changed your name, but you forgot to change your profile.
Let me share my screen and I will show you exactly what it's called. Okay. What it looks like. I will show you. Oh, I will show you. Okay. So here is this is kind of like
Are you drawing it?
I was expecting an image. I thought he will.
I was waiting for a picture.
Yeah.
So this is like
we're made to be sitting here in suspense.
this is a horse.
Wow.
Okay. This is like a great horse. And,
Where's
and
the
it's like
face?
this, the face.
Oh, all right.
No. Wait. Yeah. Something like this. It like kind of goes down like this,
That's
and
good.
then it has okay, and then like
looks
there's
like a
another
dog.
leg. Yeah, well, there's different types of horses, and then there's like thing, and then at the and there's a number. There's like a number on it. Let's say it's like 6, 7, probably.
Oh.
And then it has wheels at the back.
Oh, so it's like kart racing in a way. Like it's almost like horse kart racing.
Yeah, and there's like a dude here sitting on it, and yeah, it's like they're holding this
like riding
thing.
Ropes,
which
with
goes-
the ropes, yeah.
yeah, like holding here.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Too much effort to explain this.
this is very popular in Sweden. Horse racing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'd have a few bets on that.
Good drawing though.
Winning.
Yeah, great drawing. As soon as you drew the wheel, I got it. I got it straight away. I did wonder
It's such a
if
good drawing. Isn't it? You understood immediately, right? It's like,
yeah.
I can see that.
I did wonder if the horse had like stabilizers for a second. But when you started, when you, I get it now. When you said the man was behind earlier, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, we. That's right. We.
David Klein said it's harness racing.
Trotting, maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Let there be ducks.
Yeah. And screenshot. And let's go.
I'm betting on the pink one.
I'll have the strawberry.
Yeah.
I'll go with Superman.
I was gonna bet on the strawberry, but it's
Took an early lead.
It's a little bit too fast.
Yeah. It's the sounds that come with it.
Yeah.
It sounds very genuine. Like I can.
There's.
Sounds like.
You was on about doing the live one with the ducks.
Yeah, I'm yeah.
There's actually a tradition in the UK that I didn't know about until I saw. You must have been mentioning it. It appeared on my feed, and it was like in a place called Lyme Regis, which I actually go quite a bit. They have like a charity like duck race with like 20,000 little plastic ducks.
Yeah. Strawberry!
Sorry.
Hey, you won.
Jeez.
Strawberry, man. Nice.
Oh my god! So is that $1 off you each? So I'm up $2.
All right, strawberry man. Let's see if you're in the chat. No, the duck race. It's actually quite interesting. It's a thing here as well. You every duck has a number, right? And then you buy a duck. Basically, you buy a duck and you get a number, and then you throw it in the river, and then the one who passes the line first wins.
So I didn't think it was a thing until I was here and I saw duck racing. I was like, now it's a thing.
It is a thing. Maybe we made it a thing. Everyone's like, look at what Tradeify Crypto is doing. We should do the same.
Yeah.
Jason Lee is in the chat.
He's in the chat. Oh, nice. Good stuff.
Oh shit, I did something.
Why did you remove him?
I don't know.
You banned him from the chat.
Oh my god. The chat was moving my clicks. I wanted to go to his channel.
Congratulations, you're banned.
And it's the thing that it's done by me.
Dude, he's so pissed right now. Imagine that.
Oh, he's never turning up again now.
Oh my god.
How to unban him?
Too late.
Yeah, you're okay. I think he's unbanned now. He's like, how do I claim the giveaway?
Banned.
Yeah, you. How do you claim the giveaway? All you have to do is add your email to your YouTube description, and then, yeah, you're gonna get an account. And preferably, also that email should be the email you have signed up to Tradeify Crypto with. But all right, we got Anastasia here as well. How you doing? Welcome.
Hey guys, doing good. How are you?
Absolutely good.
Good. I'm actually going to be jumping off because I got some videos I need to record. So I'm going to try to get it all done here within the last few hours of the day. We got we're almost at 100 likes, so we're going to do a couple of more giveaways. So guys, make sure that you continue to hit that like. And if you're new here, welcome. We got a lot of viewers today, so we got a lot of new viewers most likely as well. And welcome everyone to Tradeify Crypto's YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's a very small gesture from you, but it does mean the world to us. As we grow this channel, we can bring our more guests and bigger guests and more people on here that can help you become better traders and get funded and make money trading crypto markets. We have Jason Lee says, I never tried Tradeify Crypto. I only have a Tradeify Futures account. Can I use the same email as my Futures account? You can use the same email, absolutely. But what you have to do is you have to sign up for Tradeify Crypto. So what you have to do is you go to tradeifycrypto.co. You click sign in, and you click sign in. At the bottom, there's going to be a text that says "Don't have an account?" ? Click create account, and you're going to be able to create an account. And then when you have that account, you add your email to the YouTube profile, and you will then be getting a 10K two-step trading account on your dashboard. If you need any more help, we are here to help you, and we're going to be back next week on Monday, live stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week as well. So any help, you come into the live stream and we will gladly help you out. We can share the screen and go through the whole process with you. All right, that's me from everything from me. I'm going to be jumping off and leave it to you guys.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you, Jonathan.
All right.
See you later.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Take care.
Take care.
I didn't realize it's Thursday today. Oh no.
What did you think it was?
It was Wednesday for me.
You were stuck somewhere in FOMC yesterday still?
Yeah, still there.
It's because he did so well yesterday. He wants to get back there.
Yeah.
So it's always if you got a very good day, a very bad day. So what was it yesterday?
Good day. It's a good day.
Nice. Hey guys, good to see everyone. How are you guys doing? I feel a little bit like it's weird. Like we had almost 100 likes when I'm not here. So, I'm really trying to not connect the dots, but it's laying on the surface. The conclusion is kind of laying on the surface.
Oh, well, we're
How
not
are
good
you guys
enough.
doing?
We're not good enough.
Very good. Had a good trade on the gold. Are you looking at anything on gold? Because it's
On gold,
like a range.
not really so far. I did enter along on S&P 500,
Nice.
which I might regret due to the market opening, but we'll see about that. For gold, not really, because we are technically rejected the currently monthly point of control and the contract point of control, so we're kind of bearish. We look at also the price has been creating the lower highs continuously, but on the other hand, we are kind of rejecting. Maybe this is not so valid anymore because we've been here around the same area multiple times. But if we look closer on the 30-minute time frame, we did have this range when the price was moving up. So we might, I'm still expecting to maybe see the reaction towards back towards the current monthly point of control. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe this movement is still going to be in place. On the other hand, if we do break below this zone, so if the price does break below it and close below 41.20 approximately, and then rejects back, I'm going to be looking for a short, perhaps back to 40.90 somewhere into this area. Mm-hmm. So this is the plan. Let's say if we close below 41.22, and then we get a pullback, something like this afterwards would be in place. So for me. Wait a second. Let's say with a stop loss above probably the point of control of the month and the contract. So that's like almost 1 to 2.
Yeah, good trade idea. I think I'm looking at the same thing. The support level, let me share my screen. And also, Anna, I am almost maybe 90% done to switch to ATAS. And yeah, because of the footprint, I think they provide the best footprint candles.
What are those 10% still holding you back?
Oh, it's maybe my schedule. That's why. I'm just understanding the settings and stuff. It's just there's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's always switching from one thing to another. It's like big deal, It's like setting all of the departments. To be fairly honest, this is one of the reasons that I'm never like switching. Also because it's all set up so why it breaks and it works. Unless it doesn't work and I find something better, then I'm gonna switch. But for a little bit of improvement somewhere on some area, one of them, I'm really not looking forward to like do all of this job, to be fairly honest.
I mean, the only reason is I'm getting the only feature I like is a zoom in. If I zoom in so much, I'll have the footprint. If I zoom out, I'll have Japanese candlesticks. Number one.
Yeah.
Second, I get the heat map, where I was paying Bookmap the extra prices for that. I'm not saying it's bad too, but why should I pay for a tool which is already available on a platform and I'm not using? It's not a holy grail for me, just in data kind of thing for levels. So why not? Why not just to switch and have everything at one place?
Yeah, of course. Like, why do you pay extra? That's for sure, because it's kind of useless spend of money,
Did we hit the 100 likes for the next? Oh no, we are not. We are not there yet.
So which trade did you have before for gold?
For me?
Yeah.
It was in the FOMC. After the FOMC, I was selling it from here.
Yeah. Okay, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. That's why I was still stuck in Wednesday. It was a good trade, 1:3. And at the highs, I saw a lot of absorption. I saw a bearish candle. I thought that price can go back to this zone. Like you have on the left, on the PM session. Mm-hmm. The sell off from 4106 level. That was really good after news trade for me. Yeah, I think same thing happened on the NQ, but the idea on backs was more clear, so that's why I went short. And again, you can see that we are still in the range. And okay, so candle is pumping, and I think at 9:30 we might see higher prices on gold. It's taking support at the edge of the high volume node, which you are looking at.
Yeah.
Anastasia, we love you here. Saying Frank is saying this.
I love you guys too. That's sweet. I'm actually thinking about adding to my longs to S&P 500 at the moment. So for gold, the risky setup also for me would be just going short from here, because we kind of had the accumulation here on the 5-minute time frame. So this was a kind of accumulation also on the top of the VWAP, rejecting the upper boundary, upper deviation. We are rejecting the point of control of the current months in the contract. I don't necessarily see like a super big strength from buyers at the moment. If you look at the range XV footprint, we see that the price is trying to reject this level and is now trying to pull back again. So the riskier setup would be to go short right now, actually. And this is the last hourly point of control. This is something that Leo asked yesterday about. You see, like, this is basically why I'm using it as well. So it's the last hourly point of control that the price is rejecting now. So might actually think about going short at the moment already. Maybe.
So what range chart is that?
Range XV.
Yeah, the number.
This is 6 for gold.
Okay.
Yeah. So for gold and for Nasdaq, I'm using 6, but to be fairly honest, But to be fairly honest, for Nasdaq, I think I'm gonna go to range XV8 even with the volatility. So it's like, yeah.
John, why you are so quiet?
Well, I was talking and then realised that I was on mute, but it didn't matter anyway because everyone else was chatting. So
you were thinking we ignoring you?
Yeah, I just mute myself in the background. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I was just following along with all the talk on gold then, which is quite interesting, seeing some potential downsides. So yeah, it's just it's a tricky day to have a little look at, isn't it? There's a lot of noise from yesterday. I was saying to Ayush earlier, I like the idea of being long down at this kind of $4,030 area, but didn't manage to take the trade, and prices kind of continued to push higher. Just keeping an eye on the VIX. VIX is starting to relax a little bit. US 2-year yields still coming in a little bit lower. So I think if these continue to come down, I do like the idea of being on the long side of gold. So I will keep an eye on that. It's just kind of like, where do you get long at this point? So I'm kind of maybe a little bit contrarian to you guys looking for the shorts right now. But I think I'd like it to come a lot lower, maybe down to this kind of 4,046 area, somewhere back in there where we had that kind of initial push up. Anywhere in there, I think I'd like the idea of trying to get long. I was also looking at Bitcoin, obviously up 1.35% on the day. I don't really want to get long where we're at though. We've pushed up quite considerably. So sometimes I like to look at, even if this is going to be an intraday sort of long, it's kind of like, well, where is my reward to risk? If I get long, sort of, let's say I get long now on a sort of strategy entry, take profit is sort of at the highs, stop loss still can get a good stop loss, but a safe stop would be a little bit lower. So that's a negative reward to risk ratio. So not really something that I'd like to look at. So I want to see price come a lot lower, maybe down towards this 64,600 area. And then, I can have a higher reward to risk ratio to give me a little bit of a better chance to get out the trade. So I'm just looking at this sort of minor kind of consolidation here before we started the next kind of leg up. I want to see if price can kind of come down into this area here, see if there's any kind of breakout on the 1 minute, and I'll have a little look for a long, but that might not come about today. Just depends on how bid Bitcoin is at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna wait until then?
Yeah, I mean, I got slapped on the open yesterday, so I don't really fancy doing that again. So I'm just going to wait to see what the open does. Kind of got my revenge on it a little bit later on in the day, so I'm just going to wait. Hopefully the open drives prices down towards that kind of 64,600, then gives me a little bit more confidence to have a look at that. But yeah, yesterday I traded it before the open, looking for that breakout to the 6,400 area, or 64,000 level, sorry. And didn't get it, came up to the highs, rejected it, so I managed to short it again. I could have got a little bit more out of that move yesterday. So let's see. I want to see it pull back a little bit first. I think prices are kind of put a little bit higher. I like to look at the market in phases as well. So the way I kind of see this is, if we are creating sort of higher highs and higher lows here, then, is this, the phase with the trend I like to call P1s, the ones against it, P2. Are we in a P2 phase there? So if that's the case, is price going to continue to pull back? And where's it likely to find support?
Sorry to interrupt you. What's P in here? What is P? P1, P?
So that's just phase one. So phase 1 of the move and phase 2.
Right.
So phase 2 is like going against the trend. That looks like a 1 as well. Phase 2 goes against the trend. Phase 1 goes with the trend. It's just an easy way of just kind of like understanding that. So, usually if we get a phase 1, see if you look at the minute, we've got 15 minutes on the left, 1 minute on the right. You can see phase 1 is usually with the trend, right? Higher highs, higher lows. And we're starting to get kind of a bit of chop, lower highs coming in, no real higher highs coming in at the moment. So that's kind of, not really what I want to see. I want to see this pattern forming, which could lead to that kind of impulse. So that's what I'm looking for. So I expect a bit of a continuation lower. A lot of people can then kind of look at things like fibs and stuff. You could look at maybe a fib and have a little look at where they're kind of aligned with any kind of price action or anything like that, but not a huge fib person. This area down here, if we grab just a volume profile, just go from swing low, swing high, you've just got that zone through there. So that's my kind of like ideal area to take a trade. So I'm just gonna wait, see if we get that, see if we get some volatility come through, and see if it gives us anything.
Mm-hmm. And also we hit 100 likes. So what should we tell them to write in the chat? I think we should tell them to write Tradeify for the next giveaway in the chat, and Anastasia disappears when I say it. Right, guys, Tradeify in the chat. I'm gonna be this. Okay, I thought I would be the first one, but Roman did it first anyway. Tradeify in the chat for the giveaway.
I actually can't believe I called the duck as well that won. I'm actually so proud of myself for that.
You should try more, in the volley market.
Kind of actually feel a bit better than winning a trade, that did. Because it felt a little bit more impossible.
Oh, okay. There is a lot coming in there. You need to cop up. Oh, that's not what we need to share, Roman.
So how many accounts have you given? It kicked me out for a second, so I'm rejoining you guys. Like didn't want to let me share my screen. So how many accounts have you given for 100 likes?
1, I think.
I'm not sure.
We've given away 2 so far. This is the 3rd one we're giving away.
I think now Ayush cannot hear me when
Roman,
I
have to rejoin.
Easy.
Yeah, I was sure.
It's broken.
Yeah. No, I was trying to share the screen while everyone is dropping Tradeify in the chat for the giveaway. I actually did take a short on gold.
Nice.
And we had a couple of questions also in the chat. One of those was basically, how do I add to the trade? So my short on gold is like this right now. So I am in a short around break even at the moment. So it's 100 here ticks stop loss, and I'm targeting approximately 40.78 with maybe the rejection of 40.86. So I need to be careful quite kind of with this area as well here. If the price does reach it. But basically someone who was asking what is my rule for adding to the position. So let's say that the price runs, right? First of all, the first rule for me is that I never add to the losing trades. I only add to the winning position. So in other words, I do not average the losing position in. It's only that I am adding more positions, I'm adding more volume towards a profitable trade only. Because like you can average unlimitedly, but there is zero guarantee that the price is going to reverse in your direction. So the logic behind this is like, why would I add to the trade that is currently running against me? If the market is confirming me that I'm wrong, why would I enter more volume in this position? Only if I know that I'm right and the market is confirming my bias, then I can enter more trades, because eventually it gives me the confirmation that my analysis is aligned with the market conditions at the current moment and is going profitably. So why would I enter the positions if the trade is unprofitable? So the first rule is I only enter more volume. I only add to the position if it's running in profit. So then to maximize the profit from the running trade. And now the next rule is essentially that I need to have the reconfirmation for every single other trade that I'm entering. So I'm not going to randomly enter another position within the same bias. I need to have an extra reconfirmation within one of those trading methods that I'm using. It can be, for example, let's say if the price does go in my direction, it's going to break this volume here and the price is going to close below the value area low. So the candle is going to close below value area low and it's going to close below the low, for example. Then on the pullback, I'm going to add two more positions. Let's say the price is going to continue running and the point of control of the next hour is going to be above the price and the value area is going to be above the price. So that's going to be the value area of this 1 hour. I'm going to add more volume as well. Let's say I get the footprint and I have more selling volume coming in if the price actually does go in my direction. But let's say it does. I'm going to add more volume because I have the bearish footprint and bearish delta confirming the bearish pressure. So the second rule is essentially that I am adding to the position only if this extra position would be able to be just a standalone trade. If it doesn't have enough confirmations to be a standalone trade, I'm not going to enter this position as well. And the third rule is that I move my target. So if I'm add to more volume, I'm going to move my stop loss closer in profit. So if the price does reverse, it doesn't multiply my total volume and exposure of this trade. Is essentially just going to be that I cut the potential risk as much as I add the volume. So the price has less space to reverse. Well, at the current moment, it doesn't really matter because it does go in against me for the moment being. But those are basically the rules.
And also, we are very close to the NY Open. You can say it.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Have you got the giveaway ready? Did we do it? We haven't done the duck race, have we? I
No,
missed
I
that.
don't know. We have to do some more.
Oh.
Still waiting for people to stop writing. Maybe 1 more minute and then we'll do it.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, just to add to that, I usually take 3 trades per move. Sometimes I can add if I am offside a little bit on my first trade, because sometimes price can give me a little bit of a better price. But that just depends on what the analysis is in the first place. Let's say I got in long at the structure high, and then price kept coming in low and it came to the sort of point of control and rejected, and then I wanted to get long. So I always go in with a very small move first. I think a lot of traders risk 1 to 2% straight away. I risk 0.25%, 0.3% per trade, so that it gives me enough room to be wrong first, and not have to be trying to chase the market. Number 2, it allows me to have some flexibility. So if I want to enter another trade on a break and retest, or enter it on a better price, or if I want to check another market out, I'm not locked up in terms of profits, or in terms of risk allocated. So I think it can work different ways adding into trades. Obviously, adding into winning trades is a little bit easier as well, because you could almost, essentially, if you bank your first one, you can use the profits to then trade again, instead of trying to risk your whole 1%. Let's say you made $100, maybe you just risk $100 on the next trade and try and see how much. And then let's say you make 80, 90 or $200 on that, you can then risk $300, right? and then and then you're just playing with your profit rather than your original risk at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
usually
race
add
is ready
like I
go?
can add around five positions if it's going good. So I'm not really limited to like 3, for example, or something. And if it comes to the first, I always enter with the biggest. Like, so my first position in a row is like a biggest position, and then I add only 0.25%. There are 25% of the trade volume, like initial volume.
Yeah.
Of the trade.
You say you're ready, Ayush?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, just so you're ready to.
I'm ready to choose again. All
right.
Anastasia, did you see that I actually guessed the right duck?
No.
Win. Yeah. See, I said the strawberry duck would win, and it actually won.
Out of 60.
Oh, you need to go buy a lottery ticket today.
I know. I think that the odds of that are pretty low. Right, I'm going to make my prediction after 10 seconds.
And let's start.
Like half of the fun of those duck races is sound.
Yeah, I'm going to choose the one with the Mohican, the green Mohican.
I'll go with the duck with the black eyes. What's the entire costume I have to see?
Which one's that?
Oh, it's a thief or a pirate. Yeah, something like that.
Clown gaining ground. Oh.
Super Thor Jack going backwards. Ayush fan club. What kind of fan?
Oh, wow. Someone has made an account saying Ayush's fans club. Is that you, Ayush?
No.
Oh, it's just a plain duck.
Digital news.
How you want a plain duck?
Yeah, plain duck. Simplicity wins. Oh, come on. I have to just. Can you just try it if you're in chat? The duck is a little bit annoying at this point.
Can you not just mute the sound?
If you're with us. All right. So he is in the chat. This time I'll make sure I don't ban any innocent viewer.
Did you ban someone who won their account?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
I was clicking it and the chat went higher, and instead of go to channel, I blocked him.
Yeah, we believe you.
He was just jealous that he didn't win.
To be honest, I'm in every race and my duck is not even there. All right, and we are heading towards another race. I think we might do another one at 120 likes. That's a good target, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
So 120 likes, and we do another one. Till then, it's NY Open in few seconds. Let's see how much it moves. Yep, it sounds like a Warzone game. And I still believe that 930 might just take us lower because there is a lot of rejection in this area and there's low volume. I'm not looking for longs because this range is screaming so loud for price to just
we had such a nice come down on this before the New York opening.
It's 930
to this volume, and now it's trying to pull back higher. So let's see. I'm gonna see the first 5 minutes if it doesn't hit my stop loss.
You're selling it. You're already selling it, right?
Yeah, I'm selling it already.
Okay.
So someone was also asking in the chat, like, if you add to the position on the topic that we were discussing before, doesn't it increase your overall exposure? It does. This is why I don't also take the full risk on the first trade, as like majority of people do, like a high risk on the position. I take a pretty moderate risk, and then obviously when the price goes down, I add, like, if it goes in my direction, it goes in profit, I add 20 to 25% of the initial exposure, and then I move my stop loss together with the trade. So that's how you can limit it. Of course, you don't let your stop loss be where it is, and then you just randomly add, because in the current volatility, if Trump tweets something and is going to spike against you, you're going to get 2-3 times higher risk than your initial trade that you and the position that you were planning to take. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good question, though. It's a great question.
About what?
About, adding into trades and stuff. I think people add too much risk at the start of their trade. So, I think because a lot of people's psychology is when they lose that sort of 1%, 2% on that trade, they then start to panic and they think, oh, I need to win it back. And that's where you lose accounts. That's where you do something you shouldn't be doing. You discipline moves away. And, it's not necessarily like, oh, the discipline side of it is, I've got to follow these really rigid rules or whatever. It's just, you're probably not as focused at that point on, the good trades. You just you're happy to take any trade at that point just to try and see if you can get your money back. But you still have to take quality positions. Yesterday, like I said, I got stopped on 2 Bitcoin short trades before I took the short trade that actually worked out. But again, I took the first 2 trades at a reduced risk versus, so it gave me room to take the third one without having to panic, and try and, fight the market. And then I got out where I wanted to get out. I didn't hold it too long. I didn't try and, mess with the trade. I got out where I thought there would be a strong turning point. Yes, the market continued down, but, I wasn't to know it was going to do that. So, yeah, I think it's an interesting concept. I think a lot of traders just start with too much of aggressive risk at the start. I think if you are struggling out there with sort of trying to chase the market, maybe reduce your risk a little bit. I think actually Glenn said yesterday that that's what he did. He reduced risk a little bit, and it's actually working out for him. So it just shows you that, small changes like that can just improve your mindset, improve your decision-making skills. That's what it comes down to, really, at the end of the day. I'm still watching Bitcoin.
To be fairly honest,
I mean...
Yeah, go ahead, Ayush.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, for me, when it comes to risk and stuff, I actually played the game as you guys know that there are many sizes available, small to big account sizes. So what I did is I made sure that my leader account is a very small one, like 25K. So I know they are connected with many props and it's being copy traded, but I always like to keep the leader account very small, and it's been copied into big accounts like 150K and 50Ks. We just play with the psychology. At the end of the day, if I go red, I know it's gonna be a really good slap on the big accounts. But I don't know, somewhere it gives me the calmness that by looking at the numbers, it works.
Yeah, nice.
I think you're basically tricking your mindset, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, because we are all have our level of normality if it comes to the account size and the risk that we are used to take. This is why when people go from their own account, for example, like $500 or $1,000 account that they trade, onto trading like 100K funded account or passive evaluation, they're very unlikely to succeed, because the amount of money that you see in your P&L suddenly matters a lot, because this account, like this money, it actually means something in your life. It can actually change your financial situation and your life, standard if the money is lost or won. So tricking your mindset like this, like you said, managing like a main account, which is a smaller capital, and then connecting it in the back with a bigger capital or like multiple accounts allows you to basically not expose yourself constantly onto like an emotional rage of, oh my God, how much money I'm winning or losing, but allows you to focus a little more on like a technical aspect of it. I do exactly the same thing, pretty much actually to the same to this point as well. I still do similar thing, and it's like, to be fairly honest, what you said, Doho, about the bigger, like too much risk in the beginning. Like, to be fairly, like, we all gonna go through the periods of drawdowns. We're gonna go through periods when our trading strategy performs worse. And in the end of the day, the question is, are you able to let your account survive or not until the point that the situation is going to get better and your edge is going to start performing the way it was performing before? Because if you let your account, I hit my stop loss. But like, if you let your account basically like one stop loss, another stop loss roll into like a huge drawdown, then when the moment comes when your edge is performing good enough, you're not going to have any capital anymore, or the account is going to be in such a drawdown that you're going to have emotional attachment towards getting it out of the drawdown with all the means and at all costs, which is going to lead towards making decisions not because it's a good trading decision, but because you're just trying to get the account back. And that we all know where it leads afterwards as well. So, letting your account survive is that's such a big thing, to be fairly honest, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to the dollar PNL, we need to make that habit to slowly scale up in terms of numbers. That, okay, 200 loss is very big for today, but in future it might be less, and the next number might scare you, like maybe 500 or 1,000 per account, something like that. That's what I always believe, that I have to make a habit to be comfortable with that number which I see, or maybe make me panic a lot, that okay, if I go here, I'm probably gonna just not follow my plan, or just gonna gamble it and blow the account. And that's what so to realize that, what I did in the past is I used to record myself with the webcam. How am I behaving? And I watch it when I'm calm. I look so funny, when I look at myself, really getting scary in the forex market. It was really good way to just look at yourself when you panic in the beginning.
I love that. I used to have like a live journal. So I used to put it on. I used to basically just, every time I was in a trade, I'd type out my thoughts and feelings every couple of minutes. Like, if price did something, I'd type what I was thinking, and then always just ask my question: has something changed? Is it good? Is it bad? What's happening? And then over time, you just get used to being like, oh, actually, I can just chill out a little bit. I don't need to necessarily be as aggressive. But yeah, I love that, Ayush, because that's just kind of like reflecting on what you're doing in your decision making.
I mean, when I was watching it, I was like, how stupid I behave. That's not me. I mean, who's sitting there in the front of the chair and just looking here and there, and there's a lot of eyes was going into this monitor to that monitor and looking at these charts, and I was like, that's not the right way. It's like more of like becoming a good actor as a trader as well. When you see yourself acting so bad that you have that actual picture that how shit you behave when you watch yourself. It's more of like put a mirror or just use a camera. You'll understand what kind of animal you become.
Yeah, I used to say that you need to trade like you work for somebody. So you need to imagine that you've got a boss, and what is your boss going to say to you at the end of your week, end of your month, end of your day? Like, can you justify what your trade was to somebody else? Can you explain why you took that position? And give yourself a little bit of a report. Sometimes it's you can do it with friends. So like I would send my report to my dad trades as well. So you can I could send my report to my dad and be like, and it's just kind of questioning you then of why did you do that? Was there a good, valid reason? If so, fine. If there wasn't though, then you're just making mistakes and it's costing you. So yeah, I used to say like trade as if you like trading for somebody else. Trade as if like the boss is watching over your shoulder. Can you explain every trade well that you take? And
That's a good thing.
It's amazing what it does to your psychology.
Yeah. So I might hang Jonathan's photo.
Yes.
On the right side, and be like, if I do bad, the host is gonna be so angry, so I have to perform well.
I expect your report every Friday of all your trades that you've done. What's your P&L? I want to know every screenshot of the trade.
Yeah.
I want it all.
Full transparency, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a legit thing because if you go and you trade on the floor, you have someone who is called the risk manager, right? The guy who comes, and if you pass the limit of like the loss or the drawdown for today, they just shut the whole thing and you have absolutely zero opportunity anymore to trade this day. Like you need to chill out. And when we are on our own retail traders trading at home, we basically are our own risk manager, which is quite difficult when you are battling with yourself because you basically have two personalities and one is a trading and another trader. And the other one needs to control this other side. It's not easy. It's like a bipolar, how you say it?
Yeah.
Bipolar sickness, the trader.
Yeah, and you probably find you cheat yourself a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, you did a good job. And you didn't. You did a poor one.
All right, I think
I love trading. Love trading, you uncover so many times, so many personalities from your side. Sometimes there's like a few too many that you have.
Bitcoin is ripping here.
I don't know. I think today's 9:30 is a bit weird or what? The Nasdaq is not moving. I mean, it is, but it looks like the FOMC took everything.
Yeah, possible.
And instead of 120, we hit 141 likes.
Oh, sweet.
It's not sweet, Shano.
Is that not good? I thought that was good. Is not more likes a good thing?
No, yeah, but I was expecting 200. That's what I was saying.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, is that what you said? Sorry, we've already done the 121, haven't we? I am.
So you guys tell them to write something in the chat for another giveaway.
Go on, Anastasia. I'll let you say. How hard is it?
It's like when you speak several languages and someone is saying like, say something in this language.
Have you seen that geezer? He's like on the street and he goes up to him with a microphone and he goes, "Tell me a woman," and they just can't do it because the mind just goes blank. It's like,
I don't know, guys. My brain is not braining today. Can you pick a word?
Roman.
I haven't slept today much.
The word is Roman, or is Roman picking a word?
Actually, the word Roman is actually quite good.
Let's write Roman in the chat to participate in the giveaway.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So write Roman, and I want Roman to rewrite this, which the message is tagged. Write BTC in the chat instead of Roman. Adria, welcome to the YouTube channel. People from the Discord are coming in as well. I see many names.
Well, looks like my trade idea isn't going to come to fruition for me. Unless we get kind of like a bit of a pullback down and a rejection. But that is looking quite healthy, so I'd have to wait a little bit longer. Changes my plan a little bit.
And what are you trading?
I'm looking at Bitcoin.
Mm.
But it's just literally like taken off.
Also, there is another guy with the name Jonathan Army B4F. That is your army as well.
I like it. Maybe we should just race your club versus my club, and then see who the overall winner is.
Wrong idea. Indian Spider-Man. What's that name?
I've just seen a report saying dollar yen slides 130 pips, and I am not in it anymore. Oh,
Oh,
oh, that hurts.
Ouch.
That hurts a lot. I did
I
not
think the one
expect that.
candle would have given you the entire week of PNL. Just one trade and take a rest.
Do you know what? I've been waiting for that for so long as well, but I just did not expect it to happen yet. So I put my target at 162.50.
Oh,
And then
nice. Want a drink?
What you got for me?
It's non-alcoholic beer.
I like non-alcoholic beer.
You like it?
I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? Can it be classed as a bit pointless?
I mean, I think
Because it doesn't get you drunk. And do you know what? Beer, does it actually taste nice?
it does.
It does.
Yeah,
What are you drinking
that's
over there?
that's what I'm allowed to drink. So yeah,
What
Don't
is
take it
drinking?
away from him.
I won't take it.
I'm trying, Jonathan. I'm trying. I hope someone is not watching from my house.
Did you say you were selling dollar yen before?
Yeah.
I'm just gotten a buy on 6E. I had a buy before. I closed it before when it reached this level here because it was like a lot of volume. So I closed it earlier. And then I re-entered it now after we had the volume coming in. So we had a small consolidation. So we had the rejection, then accumulation zone, accumulation period of time during like this to break this 1500 level basically for 6E. And now on the market opening, we had lots of volume coming in. So after the price reached this volume and was like right here above the value area high and above the point of control and above all this cluster volume, I re-entered longs once again. So it's a 30-minute candle that I'm looking at. 15-minute candle was already closed above this volume, which is good. If the 30-minute candle in about, 13 minutes from now closes above this volume and closes bullish like this with barely no wick to the upside, I'm going to keep holding this longs as well for the rest of the day. And that's going to be my last trade for today.
Yeah, dollar is
Done after that.
is dropping right now.
And let it be. Like, come on, up, come on, go. Move. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I do that all the time. Go, go, go. Let me just have a look.
Also, we have Mad X Web asking, Jonathan, why is it not that you can't just enter long on Bitcoin since market's going in your anticipated direction?
Because it's about my reward to risk ratio now. It's not there. So like, let me just refresh this because I think it needs a bit of a refresh. Where's price? Here it is. Right. So let's say, if I was looking at targets, especially from an intraday perspective, like I'd be like, okay, well, previous highs would be a good area to look for your first TP one, right? And then your second one's probably looking at a different kind of level from a different day. So whether it be, I know that a lot of the guys use volume profile and stuff, so maybe it's kind of like a level within this area, this accumulation that was over there, right? So I need to look at whether that reward to risk ratio makes sense. So because price was like popping higher, it's kind of like, okay, well, where's my stop loss going to be? So let's say it broke above the 50 moving average. That's one of my entry reasons. And my stop loss was down here. My first TP is negative. So, that to me is not something I want to see, because I don't know if price is going to come up into this level, reject it, and come all the way back down to where I want to be in for it to then move higher, right? So I need it to make sense. Now, if I was going for the next target anyway, then yeah, look, I've got a 1.4R reward to risk ratio, but I've got to let price break through the current day's high, which, can be a sticking point for price. So I want to try and enter as close as possible to where I get a really good reward to risk ratio. So my stop loss would have been here. I'd have looked at that swing highest target. So that's the 3R. And then if it broke past it, fantastic. I could have had it in, or waited to close half my position and let it the rest run to wherever it runs to, if it does. So I still need to have some kind of like process in place. And that there is just too much. It's not a good reward to risk ratio. If I was to do this type of trade all the time, it'd only take one trade to wipe out sort of 3 wins. So that's not the style of trading that I like to do. If price comes back down, and comes back down to the moving averages here, right, consolidates a second, breaks above, then I'll have a look to see if I can get an entry, stop loss below the lows, and maybe target this area, because now we've kind of clearing these highs a little bit. It could suggest that we could, start like a new leg higher. But yeah, for me, it was just too close to that resistance level that I wanted, that I felt comfortable with taking that trade. So, I mean, look at this 15-minute. That's not particularly what you want to see if you are long right now. It looks like it's kind of coming in below that high there. So I think if I, just try to chase the move, I just don't think that's ever really been a good thing. I want to wait for price to kind of come back to a decent area, then look for it. And my trade plan was long down towards this area here. So yeah, I'll stick to the plan. If it doesn't work out, then you have to adapt. Like yesterday in here, I took a breakout trade. Sure, that didn't work out. I was targeting this 64 sort of K area, this accumulation area here. Didn't work out. Market opened, took both stop losses, and I ended up entering at the high. So again, the high of the day yesterday was that sticking point for price. Ended up setting back down towards the accumulation there, which worked out. So, I have kind of like 3 areas to have a little look at and, see what happens. But that was my initial idea. So, waiting for that. Got some Harry Potter music going on.
It's a giveaway time.
What is happening?
He's trying to get me to shut up. He always does this. He's like, I want him to shut up now. He's not shutting up. It hurts.
That's the right way to announce the giveaway. And let's start. Let's see who wins. And let's go. Oh, what happened? Oh, so I can pause as well.
Full start. Re-rack it.
I'll go with the purple duck. Solana Bully. Oh, he changed the name. It's Phi Olana Bully. Where's my duck? I'm sure I put my name there. JSUP is the plain duck.
Surely that should be illegal. Oh, I like that one with the helmet. Is that like a motorbike helmet, or is that an astronaut?
Look at Roman with the blue cap.
Oh my god, it could be Roman.
Yeah, it is.
Go. Oh, he's dropped. I said it and he dropped all the way back. No, I'm so sorry.
Purple duck. Mantex.
Nice, congrats.
Congrats. Maddox Web 3, the guy who asked the question to Jonathan.
I am in luck today. I'm going to go put the lottery on.
Write something in the chat if you are with us, and I'm assuming you are. Memdex, you are here or not? And I think he's the guy who previously won an account from the giveaway and took a payout from it.
Took a payout from it?
Yeah, he took a payout. He's really active on the Discord.
Come on, man.
Come on, Distaka. Okay, can I just... There's no option. Memdex, please help me. Okay, yeah, you're here. Good. We'll do another one, I think. If we hit 2,000 likes.
Yes, we got 3 minutes to hit 2,000 likes.
Just want to give a hole in that guy who was buying the likes in his wallet. All right, Memdex. Make sure to add your email to your description, and I think which should be already there. He just won another account on Discord. You talking about Memdex? Glenn?
Oh, like someone really need to go and buy a lottery ticket today. If you got 2 accounts in one day in 2 different places.
That's great.
Come on, Euro, come on. Chop, chop. All right, chop, chop. It's like
oh, so
couple
you're
of
in
ticks
longs.
away. I'm in longs, and it's like it's almost in my TP, so...
So you're at break-even, I'm assuming.
I did already, yeah, of course. But if it hits, it's gonna cover my loss with gold and even got me a little bit in profit. So do you think if I turn my laptop and I shake it, it's gonna go faster?
Try that.
Yeah,
Try it.
turn it upside down.
Nice timing.
Roman's like, there's already enough tech issues. Don't cause another one.
Please don't.
That was really with a deep voice. Please don't.
It was a long day.
So do we have
3
something
ticks
at
away
that
from
price
my
level that you're targeting? And
I technically I could target it further, but I don't think we're gonna go there. I think we're gonna get the rejection, and I need to go afterwards, so I cannot really keep a track on that. It was previous weekly point of control, and if we look at this area here, is a point of control of this range, which technically we covered already several times, but sometimes the price still has a rejection of it, so I don't want to risk it, because we did have also the volume here from the monthly perspective, so this area has been quite important for the price several times. So I normally my full target, if I wouldn't need to go after our stream, would be around 15,600.
It's nearly there. Oh,
and it hit my target. Yes. Okay. I can. Now it's good.
we can end the stream.
Hey, it's a good ending for the stream.
Yeah. Good gold. Gold is flying.
Yeah.
everything is flying today.
Yeah, dollar is having
Awesome.
a bad day.
Guess I'm just
Perfect.
active with Tradeify and luck. Yes, that's right. You are active everywhere. That's why your chances were increased to one account.
Let's go. Also, the other reason I took the profit is because I always look at the correlation between those assets. And if we look at 6B, for example, it's really in the area of like a massive volume, starting from the cluster volume to the weekly, to VWAP, to the monthly. So we are getting with 6B, GBPUSD in the area of where the price might reject from easily. So I also don't want to play around with either, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the idea of being long pound, and I just, again, didn't take it. I was waiting for the Bank of England to get out of the way, and then when they saw that they went bullish, I was like, I should be long.
All right, guys. I think it's time for us to say goodbye. And if you think that we did giveaway today only, then you are wrong. We do it every day on our stream, right? Just a few like targets, and the giveaway is always active. Anything before we leave, Anastasia and Jonathan?
Well, don't just join for giveaways. I mean, we have quite fun streams, you know. So we're gonna be back next week, Monday, same time, same place, and tomorrow is a Discord live still, no, Ayush?
Yeah, Discord live. Yeah, on Discord we do streams in the NY session, and it's gonna be really good. So make sure to join the Discord channel and turn on the crypto channel to just get notified.
That's gonna be a good way to end the week. So guys, make sure you join the Discord, and we'll see you back on Monday as well on our YouTube channel for more giveaways, more fun, more value. And remember to hit the like button and hit subscribe if you didn't do this yet, just to make sure that you don't miss out on the next live stream as well with us.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.